Hey everybody, welcome back into a video. So if you're kind of hoping for E3 to actually happen this year, I got some bad news for you. It looks like, yeah, E3 is dead. There was that talk about how E3 was coming back, as we all know, that R.I.P was looking to bring it back, but yeah, because of essentially everyone pulling out of it who wants nothing to do with the ESA, which I can understand why, because ESA charges millions per publisher for them to actually be at E3, for those who don't know. But yeah, E3 is dead, pretty much, as this year's E3 has been cancelled. Let's take a look at the statement from IGN that they put out, and then we'll discuss. Almost a year after announcing its return, the ESA announced today to its members that this year's E3 has been cancelled. IGN can't confirm. Two sources have confirmed to IGN that the organization announced the cancellation via an email sent out to its members today. The email said that while E3 remains a beloved event and brand, that the 2023 version simply did not garner the sustained interest necessary to execute it in a way that would showcase the size, strength, and impact of our industry. Yeah, because nobody wants to pay the ESA so much money when they could just do it for free. But anyway, the ESA concludes the email by reiterating the commitment to advocacy work. It does not mention undertaking the show again in future years. Following IGN's report, the ESA issued the following public statement from Kyle Marsden, Kish, Global VP of Gaming, R.I.P. This was a difficult decision because of all the effort we and our partners put together towards making this event happen. But we have to do what's right for the industry and what's right for E3. We appreciate and understand that interested companies wouldn't have playable demos ready, and that resourcing challenges made being at E3 this summer an obstacle they could not overcome. For those who did commit to E3, we are sorry we cannot put the showcase you deserve and that you've come to expect from R.I.P.'s event experiences. The press release adds that R.I.P. and the ESA will continue to work together for future E3 events. At this point, E3 is dead to me personally, because it's just not the same. E3 was, it was such a different time when E3 was relevant because of how everything is online is nowadays. Like, publishers and, console makers could just put the info out on YouTube pretty much at any time and point, So it's kind of like, is E3 really necessary in today's day and age? No, because the industry has evolved so much. Especially because Summer Game Fest has been getting more, bigger each year, but let's be real here is Summer Game Fest. Yeah, Jeff, I hate to tell you, man. This ain't it, Chief. It's freaking not. It is not. I kind of prefer that the, console makers do their own events like they've been doing with, like, Nintendo with the Directs, Sony with their State of Plays, and, the showcase that they do, which are the big ones. And obviously Microsoft just started doing developer directs in their usual game showcase they do every year. But speaking of which, Microsoft's Aaron Greenberg actually put this tweet out, I believe a few hours after the news went out. Here's what he said. Save the date. June 11th, we have a double feature planned with our Xbox Game Showcase plus Starfield Direct. Excited to see the work our studios and partners teams are doing to bring this to life. And art by Clobril. You kind of get the idea what he's saying there. So, yep. For Xbox fans, June 11th is a big day. So, it depends on if I work that day. Maybe I'll stream it. If not, maybe I'll do it, that night after I get off work, maybe. Because obviously my version would be late and whatnot. But even still, though, yeah, that's a big day for Xbox fans. It should be interesting to see what they come up with this year. And based on their lineup they have this year, it's going to be a pretty big year for Xbox fans, I would say. Maybe by that point the whole Activision nonsense would be finished, and maybe Call of Duty could be on an Xbox show again. That's in the coming years, because as we all know, the marketing deal that Sony has with COD doesn't end until I believe next year's Call of Duty. I think it's the final one, but that's a whole different topic though. But yeah, E3 is dead. It sucks too, because I was really looking forward to E3. Every year. Because E3 was special for a lot of people. Man, I have so many good memories of E3. Like with the reveals of Super Mario Galaxy. I'm planning on doing a walkthrough of that game after I'm done with Sonic 06 maybe. Let's see. One of the reveals. Obviously, come on. The infamous Halo 3 reveal. Let's see. Halo Infinite. There's plenty examples. Halo Master Chief Collection. There's tons more out there. Let's see, Marvel Spider-Man got revealed at E3 in 2016. You know, that Sony and Insomniac did. That's now on PC, by the way. But, I mean, there's plenty more examples, but E3 is dead, you know, like, E3 is not relevant in the year 2023. So the ESA, I gotta ask, what benefit would these publishers have to be at E3 if they have to pay you to be there? So what would be the point of it? I guess for the general public, you know, it would be open to the public. Sure, I guess, but E3 was more so about like the media, you know, going hands on with games. You know, those, like, there was a whole week of just game coverage from. It was awesome to see all the three big, you know, console makers just there in the same week. But after Nintendo stopped doing E3 conferences in, what was it, like 2011, everybody thought it was like, oh, Nintendo has lost their minds. But hindsight to now, they were pretty smart because they kind of saw where the industry was going in the long-term future, and they were right about that. Because everyone is doing their own thing. Ubisoft does them. EA does it. Microsoft does them. Sony does it. Obviously, Nintendo does it. I could go on and on. I mean, when freaking Sega and Tencent pull out, when I saw that, yeah, E3 is freaking dead. E3 is dead. Dead. So, let's see. Microsoft's doing their own on June 11th. I've heard rumors about Sony doing their own somewhere in that time frame. So when, though, if E3 would have happened, Microsoft show would have been like across the street, basically. So they were at E3 without being at E3. But when Microsoft officially pulls out, I think that was like the death nail to E3 this year, to be honest with you. Because out of the big three, Microsoft was like the last one to pull out of E3. Because Nintendo first did, like I said, like after 2011, I think it was, or 2012, one of the two. Then Sony did, I think, in 2019. Yeah, in 2019, that's when Sony pulled out of E3. And I remember everyone thought Sony has lost their nuts, especially it was the year before the PS5 came out. But now they also knew that the writing was on the wall after Nintendo did, and then, you know, obviously this year Microsoft pulled out. They're just doing their own thing, basically. So yeah, E3 is dead, and it's really a shame because, like I said before, the whole week blowout where everyone in the industry just came out for one show, one big event. Like, there's so many, there's many more classics that I could bring up than I did earlier. But yeah, E3 is dead, and it kind of sucks. So I guess rest in peace, E3, because you had one hell of a run, but times are different. And yeah, Jeff, yeah, if you really want Summer Game Fest to be like the big thing going forward, yeah, right now, this age, Chief, you need to up your game big time. Because Summer Game Fest, yeah, no. The amount of ads and everything else, yeah, no, hell no. I've kind of learned my lesson after streaming last couple of your shows, and yeah, it's pretty. They're mostly pretty terrible, with some good reveals, okay, here and there, but generally, yeah, not very good shows. Yeah, you need to step up your game, Keely. So I think that's all I got to really say at this point. Anyway, what do you guys think? Of this news? The death of E3, yeah, it's done. Yeah, it's not coming back after all this. There's no way. But anyway, that's all I gotta say. Let me know down in the comment section below, and if you like this video, and if you'd like to see more videos like this, consider hitting that sub button so you do not miss any more videos, and I will see you on the next one. Until then, have a good one.